I painted my first Warhammer figures in 15 years. Hello Imperium. I've been away from the tabletop hobby for 15 years. In about the last year, I've been finding myself clicking more and more on Warhammer 40,000 videos on YouTube, which then shows me more. But when I saw the new Combat Patrol magazine partwork thing from Hatchette got announced with the first £3 episode, including a couple of nice looking minis, yeah, they got me. I painted them and I will show you how they turned out later. So from the middle of high school till about 2010, I was a hobbyist. And in the middle of high school, for me, we were talking about 40k 2nd edition. That box set was, I think, £50 and came with 20 tactical marines, 20 orcs, 40 Gretchen, and a cardboard cutout of an orc Dreadnaught, plus cardboard terrain and templates and all your rulebooks. 80 minis, all that terrain and the rules for 50 quid. Those were the days. I mean, the models sucked back then, but it worked. But by the time I was moving on from both the UK on my way to Dubai and away from the hobby, as I couldn't take it all with me, I had a full company of Blood Angels, 3,000 points of Imperial Guard, and a reasonable force of Fantasy Lizard Men, plus OG Necromunda stuff. But in about 2010, it all went, and now here we are. So all of a sudden, Warhammer seems to be, dare I say it, cool? We have Space Marine 2 coming out as a video game to pretty rave reviews, Henry Superman Cavill championing the game and making maybe movies and TV shows with Amazon, and vintage sets like Space Hulk and the aforementioned 40k 2nd edition box sets fetching stupid money on eBay. There's even arguments about Warhammer going woke, which is how you know it's actually cutting edge these days. So what's going on? Well, on this channel, I'm going to be taking you on my journey of rediscovering the hobby, from my trips to Games Workshop stores, or as they're now known, Warhammer stores, to painting, terrain building, gathering a chapter and creating and theming units, and building what looks to be at least 9 different combat patrols with this magazine partwork, and I want you to come along on the journey with me. So a little bit about me: I'm a former performance bartender, so throwing bottles around, who now works in drinks brands. I have a smallish YouTube channel talking about tech and Apple specifically over at iCave Dave, hence all of this background stuff, and there's absolutely going to be some flavour of Apple coming into this project too. But it's also going to be pretty light-hearted, so it's a hobby and it should be fun. So there's going to be a bunch of sarcasm, my crap humour, jabs at things I find annoying, but most of all, community. On iCave Dave, I reply to every single comment on the videos, and that's what I plan to do here as well. I've been away for a long time, and I know the hobby has evolved, so please give me feedback. Tell me what you want to see in the videos. Give me tips on how to make the minis look better, new techniques, new tools that I need. Share your progress as well if you're doing something similar. So, here is my first attempt at painting, after 15 years, a Terminator Captain. In my own chapter colours, which we'll be discussing soon as well, along with the background and history of the choices that I'm making. Suffice it to say, they are a loyalist descendant of the Chaos Night Lords. And on that topic, I've opened up the first issue of Combat Patrol and taken a look at what you get in it over here. And yes, even though it's only available in the UK, I have a couple of extra copies to give away. Shipping worldwide on me. Click here if you want one, and I'll see you in that video.